And that kind of points to like the fact that they pigeonhole, in my opinion, black rappers.
I was going to say that.
And that's what they do. They just say, oh, here's a black guy who raps. Oh, let's just throw him in that category.
Yo.
It's your boy Uche. I got my boy
Deezy.
We are the Ill-Advised Wise Guys.
Check out the full podcast, link below.
Next topic. The Grammys, their annual nominations have come out. And as usual, people are always upset. For the most part, there was a few albums that I thought did not belong on there when it came to the hip hop album of the year nominations. So, of course, we don't think the Grammys got it right. But how wrong did they get it?
Yo, doesn't the Grammys feel like Kanye to a degree? Like, it's like every time, I mean, like every time Kanye says something, we love Kanye. He makes it hard to defend him. And you're just like, dog, again? It's exhausting, right? That's how I feel about the Grammys. Like, it's a dope institution. I think we all need a metric system to allow us to know where we stand in society, right? They get it wrong every year. And it's like, at what point are we going to just start accepting the fact that, bro, like, they have Kanye West at the board? So I just feel like they get it wrong every time, and it's hard to defend them. And it makes you question, like, who's making the decisions? Like,
of people that don't listen to the genre.
I would love more transparency in the process. I would like people to be identified. Like, let's see the names of the people who are voting. They do it in the NBA.
But they do got it out there. I mean, I believe.
All right, make it public. Make it very public.
I think it is public. You just don't care. Like, you're going to see a name like, Michael Gordon is one of the people. Okay, who's that?
I thought you were Michael Gordon.
It's like the Roe v. Wade, like, jury of the Grammys. You know what I'm saying? Like, people who don't know what they're talking about, don't know what the fuck they're doing, and don't have any knowledge of what they're judging or grading or nominating.
Yeah. I was going to say that. I was going to say your Kanye comparison was horrible. I was like, so the Grammys lost Kim K? I think the better comparison is the Grammys are like U.S. politicians where, they get it wrong a lot. One thing that I really hate about politics right now is everybody's old. Joe Biden he's 73 years old making decisions for, us.
Yeah.
And this is not a knock on Joe Biden. I mean, I like Joe Biden.
Nah, you can knock him.
You probably got older people who cannot judge the younger music effectively.
Yo, let me get into some of these nominations just so you guys are clear, right? Yeah. So, best rap album. Yo, when they started breaking down like best rap performance, best melodic performance, best ad-lib throughout the year. But no, best rap album, we got DJ Khaled, right? God Did. We got
God Did.
Future, I Never Liked You. We got your boy Jack Harlow, Come Home, The Kids Miss You. We got Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and then we got your boy Pusha T rounding out the 5 with It's Almost Dry.
That's my pick.
Grammys, the funny thing about them is they always have particular reasons why they pick somebody, right? Mm-hmm. So like Jack Harlow was the white people, the older white guy or older white people being like, yo man, we know hip hop. Man, I saw Jack Harlow on a Taco Bell commercial. He got to be nominated. Like there's the one where they're like, yo, we want to prove we know hip hop.
And that's what makes it look like hip hop.
That's Pusha T. Then you got the one where, DJ Khaled is just an honorary, like, he just seems like somebody.
He's a social presence. He's a social media guy.
He's a media guy. He's cool.
Khaled has to be in cahoots with these guys, man.
And then Eminem's always in it. If Eminem has an album out, he's going to have a Grammy nomination.
He took up Jack Harlow's spot. If Eminem dropped the album this year, he would have took Jack Harlow's spot.
And then there's the one where it's like, oh, this goes in the club. That's the Future. Actually, not that bad. They covered their bases for each.
Look, to be fair, I think they got it mostly right for the nominations.
For album of the year.
Yes. I'll say that because I do believe Future's album for trap music, trap is the most popular form of hip hop at this point. Future dropped the biggest I think the best trap album that did commercially best, and the music on it was great. It had a lot of hits on it. I think it deserves it to be mentioned in this regard, in my opinion. I'm okay with that one. Okay. Kendrick, I think you have to just put Kendrick in there. Like, what really dropped
He's
this
another
year,
honorary.
He gets the honorary nod.
Every
the
time
album
he drops,
wasn't bad.
you got to put him.
You got to throw him in there. I think respectfully, right? and it wasn't awful. You got Pusha T. That's a great album. There's nothing more to say about It's Almost Dry. That arguably is the best rap album this year. So even if it doesn't win, it deserves a nomination. When they start throwing in Jack Harlow
and DJ Khaled, that's Jesus.
Jack Harlow's album was not good.
It was trash.
It was not a good album. His first album, where he had the black girl's leg on him and the album cover that everybody was mad at him, like, yo, why does he have a black woman's? You remember that?
I remember that.
Wait, there was backlash for that?
Yes.
there was
Are
black.
you kidding me?
God,
A couple weeks leading up to the album, when he dropped the cover, was like, why is he? This is racism or whatever they were calling it. It was just weird.
black people,
so
black
weird.
people complain too much.
This is gonna go off rails, but you're right. You're right to a degree. Yeah, what I was just simply getting at was that I believed his first album was better than this new one, and so I don't understand why it's nominated.
For all those nominations, I mean, I think there's somebody who didn't make it. So what I find interesting about that list, there's no women on that list, and I thought women ran hip hop. I think you could have thrown in a woman.
I don't think there's a woman on the list.
I
that
would
deserves
put,
to be on that list.
you know, you could have threw in Dreezy. I thought Dreezy dropped it with Hit Boy. I thought that was a good album.
It wasn't relevant enough.
Somebody, you could have thrown Megan Thee Stallion. She dropped an album or EP or whatever you want to call it. Lotto. I think you could have did that. Denzel Curry had to be on this list. Not because I love it, but I think it was one of the better hip hop listens of the year.
I'm throwing Gunna in there. I think Gunna's DS Forever. Yeah, to me, DS Forever was a really good album. And I know they're going through legal stuff, so I'm sure, I would think that has to do with.
No way.
It would have to. Not. Like, I just think, as we talked about, like, the fact that this thing is real political. Like, I would assume that there's politics behind the scenes where the fact that they're going through what they're going through, it would possibly impact.
Oh, 100%.
A nomination. Like, what are we talking about?
That would be terrible press for the Grammys.
Exactly. Like, it just, I don't.
As I think about it,
Gunna call. No one's available. Bro.
DS4 won album of the year. Gunna cannot accept the award. He's in jail, so we are accepting it on his behalf.
Twice removed.
Yo, they took everybody from YSL. Like, damn.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, that's really the only thing. When you put something like God did, you're removing the chance of an album that was deserving. Some of these people, they're only dropping 4 or 5 albums their career. So, like, Denzel Curry, this was one of his best shots of getting a Grammy nomination. He may not ever get one again.
He'll get it now. He's young.
You know what I mean? Like, I know they're kicking themselves in the whatever, knowing that they didn't give Kendrick Lamar's first album a Grammy. They gave Macklemore. Like,
that was the moment that the Grammys, or people, I think really, really was like, okay, who is making these decisions? Like, legit.
I think a lot of these decisions and winners come from what's going to be a good press release for the Grammy. What's going to make us seem like we're, with the times, we're progressing forward. Because at this point, bro, I'll be completely honest with you, I don't think it's about the category. I don't think it's about the art. I don't think it's about the music. I think it's about what the politics, like, behind the scenes, are all doing. You know what I'm saying?
It's the look. It's the look. Like, to me, I think that on this list, and I forget who won last year.
Tyler, the Creator. Call me, which was, they got that.
That deserved it. That deserved it. He's always been a sort of an outcast, you know what I'm saying, in hip hop, but then he's managed to come into the good graces, and I think it's a good look for the Grammys to be like, look, guys, look, see? We know what's hip. We know what's good. To me, this year they're gonna give it to Kendrick for all those same reasons. Like, here's a guy who took 5 years off. Now he came back with a mental health driven project. They're gonna get behind the whole wave.
I think he's gonna win it too.
Absolutely. But
you don't think they're just gonna give it to Jack Harlow for being like the young guy?
I don't believe it.
I will sue them. They've gotten it right, I think, the last couple of years. I'm looking at the list right now. So in 2022, J. Cole, The Offseason, Drake, Certified Lover Boy, which was withdrawn, King's Disease, and Donda. I think that was right, which ironically, Mr. Irrelevant Boy, Nas, King's Disease won Album of the Year in 2021.
And that's what I said.
Right? Cardi B won 2019, Invasion of Privacy, which I think that was a good album. Mac Miller, Swimming, Nipsey Hussle, Victory Lap, Pusha T, Daytona, Travis Scott, Astroworld. Daytona was amazing. Unreal. But I would have gave it to Astroworld on that one. But I don't think Cardi B was a bad decision, though. Female that was nominated for a Grammy.
Well, hip hop or rap related. Comes to women, like, they focus way more on the singles than actually putting together an actual album.
But for women, I think they're looked at more as, like, marketing tools as opposed to artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the most sexual we can make them? How can we market these women? Which is why their singles pop.
So song nominations, we got Churchill Downs, right? Jack Harlow and Drake.
I'm okay with that.
We got God Did by DJ Khaled.
I'm okay with that.
We only know it's because of Jay-Z's verse. Kendrick Lamar, The Heart Part 5. Remember the video that had him changing faces? We got Gunna pushing P. And we got Future, Wait for You, which
they got that right.
Those are all great. Those are all great selections. This brings up the convo that I think Nicki Minaj has kind of been floating around, which is like how they mislabel and miscategorize songs. Her and Lotto were going back and forth for whatever reason. It was because of that. I forget the song that was in question. That one, Super Freaky Girl. The Grammys tries to, I guess, place songs the way that they do. But some of these songs, like for example, that Wait for You, Future, that's not a rap song. There's nothing about that song that's rap.
Maybe they just go by the artist.
Bingo. And so if that's the case, and that's really what they did for, by the way, the Tyler, the Creator. Remember when Tyler, the Creator won Igor? But that's not a rap album. And he said in his speech, he was like, yo.
It sucks that whenever we, and I mean guys that look like me, do anything that's genre bending or that's anything, they always put it in a rap or urban category. When I hear that, I'm just like, why can't we just be in pop?
And that kind of points to like the fact that they pigeonhole, in my opinion, black rappers.
I was going to say that.
And that's what they do. They just say, oh, here's a black guy who raps. Oh, let's just throw him in that category. It doesn't matter what you do musically. And I think that fucks up like the way we all view music when you got institutions like the Grammys doing that kind of thing.
I think a part of that is also like, it just proves to the world they're not listening to these songs. They're not listening to these albums. They're just saying, oh, Future and Drake must be rap. To counter that a little bit, Beyonce's album was not nominated for R&B. It's nominated for like dance or electro, whatever it is, for her last album.
Yeah, which I think is right. It's a dance album because I think they actually listen to Beyonce. I think it's a respect level.
They respect Beyonce's artistry, but not Future's.
It's a respect level.
I think they respect
That's what
Beyonce's
it is.
bank account, bro, to be completely honest with you. I'm serious. Like, the level of celebrity Beyonce is not the level of celebrity Future is or Drake is or like Tyler, the Creator is. You know what I'm saying? Like, Beyonce and Jay, like, obviously who they are, like, I think they pull a lot of weight in the industry.
It's interesting because it happens to white people too. Justin Bieber and Justin Timberlake straddle the line between R&B and pop, where you can put them as either or, but like they're always going to put them as pop artists. You know what I mean? So
because they're white.
So let me ask you this: technically, WizKid's making R&B music, right? Or technically, Bad Bunny is making rap music. He actually rocks with trap. A lot of Bad Bunny's music is like trap elements. At a certain point, like, can't Bad Bunny be labeled as pop?
But you know what you know why they won't do that? Because the minute you start putting Bad Bunny in the pop category, he will win every year. Bad Bunny right now is the biggest artist in the world.
Taylor Swift is winning every year. Then Bad Bunny.
Well, it'll be a real fight. Place people strategically so that other people can live. You start really placing people appropriately by their standards and not having these like loopholes and things that just don't add up. You know, it's like we're gonna be having a different discussion about these people who are winning. But hey, it is what it is.
Listen to the full episode. Link below.